Next time you're sitting back in your armchair watching a movie thinking how lucky the actors are to be making millions, spare a thought for those who've been injured in the process of making it. There are plenty. Their stories all make for interesting tales, but take it from me, many deserve every cent they earn. Here are 10 most dangerous movie scenes ever recorded. Halle Berry has a pretty serious history of injuring herself on set. One of her most notable and quite possibly worst bumps came during a scene with Robert Downey Jr. on the set of Matthew Kassavetz's 2003 crime film, Gothika. During a scene in what was supposed to be an interrogation sequence, Downey Jr.'s action was to grab Berry's arm and twist ever so slightly. Unfortunately, he twisted a little too hard and in that moment snapped her arm. This is easily her most horrific injury, and as a result of it, Kassavetz and his crew had to postpone shooting for up to 8 weeks until Berry was fit and ready again. Robert Downey Jr. apologized profusely for the accident. However, Berry wasn't too quick to forgive. In fact, she was said to have been pretty annoyed that she lost 8 weeks of work because of him and that she goes to great lengths to avoid him nowadays. Though Downey Jr. was sorry, Berry obviously feels he wasn't sorry enough. The 2000 film Castaway is a pretty interesting depiction of how a man goes through living alone on a deserted island. Robert Zemeckis cast Tom Hanks as his main protagonist, Chuck Nolan, who washes up on an island in the Pacific following a plane crash. For a real person, this would be an incredibly dangerous experience, as you would be fighting every day to survive. Little did Tom Hanks realize that his experience on the set of such a film could be so disastrously similar. Hanks very nearly died on the set of Castaway. It was a grueling daily regime and tough on his body. Over the course of filming, he had to gain and then lose 50 pounds to accurately portray his character. This took a massive physical toll on Hanks, like it would anyone gaining and losing weight so quickly. Following this, he accidentally cut his leg during filming. Initially, he thought nothing of it, and neither did the crew. However, after 2 weeks, it began swelling up, and Hanks was forced to see a medical professional. He was soon after diagnosed with a life-threatening staph infection. Fortunately, they got into treatment quickly. Otherwise, the set could have been his last. An outcome too awful to even think about.